I'm still wondering why Kimbella and Jewels are even here. Are they going to have a day to have an activity? Are they going to speak to anybody? Is Kimbella going to talk about her issues with Erica? Why are they here? Why are they here? Why are they here? Because it's a waste of space. Because we're stuck with Erica and Safari, the Creep Squad. Why are they here? Let's get into this review, child. All right, you guys, what's going on? It's be your boy Scott up on Nature TV, and I'm here at 9:36 in the morning filming my review for Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. I think this is season 2, and I think this is episode 3. I want to say this is episode 3, y'all. 3 or 4, one of them. So yeah, so normally I would have been had this video done, but I had such a big day yesterday. Yesterday I hit 28K yesterday, and not only did I hit 28K, Tasha K was in my chat on my live last night, and she told me to hit her up for an interview. So your boy is going places, baby. This is my year. This is my year. It's already starting up, honey. It's already starting up for me, honey. I cannot complain or nothing like that. So before we get into the review though, let me get you all caught up on a couple of things here. Now, I don't have the thumbnail up here. I wish I would have thought about doing it before I got up here. But tomorrow is roaster review with myself, Terrence, and Josiah at 8:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central. Um, we'll be talking about Portia's Family Matters. Okay, so it will be right here on my channel, and then next week it'll be on Josiah's channel. But this week it'll be on my channel. Be sure to tune in. The link is already on the community wall, and it should already be in a Russell Review playlist, just so you guys can know where to go to set your reminders for. Also, this week, let me get into what we got going on this week as well for any other panel show that I got. This week, Boys Night Out returns for the first time this year. We'll be back at our regular specific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central Time. Josiah, myself, Maddie, Jamar, and Terrence, we will be in the building Friday night, but boys night out. Okay, so yes, I got some good things coming up this week, and not to mention Growing Up Hip Hop returns this week, and y'all know I'm going to be reviewing the show. Y'all know I'm going to be reviewing it, right? Y'all know it, period. Okay, so yes. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review. Now, Yo-Yo, Sin, and Jonathan, they meet up in the morning time, and then, Yo-Yo was looking at Sin and Jonathan, and she was like, y'all are besties, right? Like, y'all are besties. And then, Sin and Jonathan were like, yes, we're like brother and sister. And then Yo-Yo was like, well, it looks like she's trying to get another bestie. And then they were talking about Booby, Yo-Yo's little messy moment. And so Sin was talking about her issue with Cisco. Now, since we've been on this family reunion and since we've been on this trip, it's been some innuendos about Sin and Cisco having an issue with one another. But it looks to me like Cisco got a problem with every damn body at this point. It's just like, girl, who you don't have a problem with? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like who you don't got a problem with, honey? Who you don't got a problem with? I'm trying to figure it out because it just seemed like Cisco got a problem with everybody. But Sin goes into what the issue was. Cisco was interested in Sin, but Sin was in a relationship with somebody when they did a song. But when he found out that he wasn't gonna get none, he took the song from Sin. Low down and dirty. That just goes back to all of the things that women in this industry have to go through with men in this industry. Like you can't even do a song with a dude without them trying to have some type of sexual control over you in order for you to do what they want. If you don't do what they want, you ain't gonna get what you want, and that's the record. And I think that's messed up in its foul. But Cisco been grimy and greasy and everything else for a long damn time now. So what do you expect? Okay. So then Yo-Yo said that she's having a food fest. She wants everybody to come. She wants everybody to see all of the food from, black culture and where it comes from and things of that nature. And I think that's cool, especially at a family reunion. When you're doing a family reunion, you're going to eat your ass off the entire weekend. I know I haven't been to a family reunion in years. I think the last time my family had a family reunion was 2002, honey. I was 13 years old. Imagine that. 19 years ago was the last time I went to a family reunion. That's the last time my family even had one. And that was on my dad's side. And that's when I got to know all of my cousins. So, yes, I was 13 the last time we had a family reunion. And, child, I'm 31. So, go figure. Okay, so yeah. As a matter of fact, that's 20 years ago, not 19. It's 20 years ago. I keep forgetting it's 2022 now. So yes, that was yeah. I was 13. I'm 30. No, I'm not even 31, child. I'm 32. Lord, I be forgetting how old I am half of the time, child. Don't mind me. But yeah, that was 20 years ago the last time I went to a family reunion. So Erica, Brooke, and Mimi, they're sitting down and they're talking, right? So they asked Erica if she pregnant. Erica started laughing and she not. So apparently Erica and Safari got busy after they had their conversation. And that's normally how it goes. That's normally how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all done had a big fight, y'all talking over y'all issues and things of that nature. And then, all of a sudden, the sausage get into the vagina and it goes everywhere. So yeah, sometimes after you have a big ass fight, you need to get you some sex. I believe that. I wholeheartedly feel like emotional sex is the best sex. Y'all are in y'all feelings. Y'all got y'all feelings out, and now everything is coming out in a sex. Oh my God, that's what I think. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Um, so Erica talks about her emotional talk with Safari. She said that he apologized to her, and not only did he apologize to her, he even cried in front of the guys. And she said that's something that she hasn't seen from Safari in a long time. She hasn't seen that from Safari since she was pregnant. You know what I mean? So she ain't got that from him, and that's all she ever wanted from him was to show a little bit of emotion, show that he actually give a damn about the things that he has done, and she's just fine with them being in that space. So then Erica says, now, after Yo-Yo's food fair, we're going to go into what I'm doing and we're going to play sex games. We're going to play sex charades. We're going to be hot, heady, horny, and everything under the sun. We're going to talk about sex, 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 and don't be shy about it. And baby, that is my type of game. Ooh, that's my type of game. I like that type of shit. And everybody's like, oh my God, but we down for it. We down for it, right? So then, Booby, Safari, and Marcus, they're out there playing basketball. And then they start talking about sin and stuff like that and start talking about Booby and Sin getting together. And what I don't like about Love and Hip Hop and the way they make Booby look, they be making Booby look like a love sick puppy every time he's on the screen. You know what I mean? Because he's every time I see him, he trying to get at somebody or whatever. Like the last time I seen him on something, he was trying to get at Brooke, and I think he was trying to get at somebody else, and now he's trying to get at Sin. He always look like a love sick puppy all the time, and I don't like that. I don't like that. For whatever reason, I don't like that. They be making me feel some type of way because Booby is a nice looking guy, and then these women always be trying to friend zone him all the time, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all, child. But whatever. That's all I gotta say about that. It's like, child, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they do be making him look like a love sick puppy on every damn installment of Love and Hip Hop, and I ain't with it. I ain't for it. I ain't with it, child. I'm just not. I don't like it. So where was we at? Okay. So yeah. So now Booby says that he's glad that everybody is on this trip so everybody can see that he and Marcus have gotten past whatever beef that they had, and because of the beef that they did have or whatever, it was kind of like he lost a friend and a best friend in the process, meaning Brooke. He has love for Brooke and Marcus and for their kids, so he is glad that the beef is settled, and I'm glad to see them getting along. I'm glad to see them getting along because Brooke made her choice. She don't want to be with Booby. She's with Marcus. That's the man that she wants to be with. That's the man that God has allowed her to be with. So let her be with him. You know what I'm saying? Let her be with him. Let her be with him. Let her be with him. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that on that. Hold on, you guys. But yeah, that's just what it is with that. Safari started talking about his talk with Erica and how it went and how happy he is that it went some kind of way. He's happy that she's happy with the conversation. they're in a better place, and he hasn't been this specific type of way since she was pregnant. So yeah, this is why they're in a much better place right now, and they're happy with that, and everybody else is happy with it too, child. We are all happy with it because don't nobody want to see them in no bad situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we all side-eyed their relationship, but this is just what we got to work with on this show, so it is what it is. So next thing you know, Kimbella and Jewels, they're in their room, and apparently Kimbella is having a wardrobe malfunction, and I'm just like, why are you here? Why are you here? I'm trying to understand it. Like, why are you here? Like, why are you here? Like, because it's just like she hasn't done nothing. Like Kimbella really ain't been doing nothing. Like she just been sitting here doing this, doing that, being in the background, not really saying too much, just being all up on her man. Like she ain't did nothing. We barely heard her speak. So it's just like, girl, what are you here for? I don't understand what the hell Kimbella's even here for. If we all we're gonna get is wardrobe malfunctions from your ass, then you need to go. Because I have yet to see you interact with Erica, and that's the main reason why I wanted to see your ass on the show with Erica. Because I haven't seen y'all interact since y'all fight. That's all I'm saying. So can you give me something? Come on, Kimbella. Let's maybe you should have been on the family reunion with Yandy. Maybe then you would have had something to do. Because maybe your issues with Erica really ain't no issue. Because the shit was stupid anyway. Like y'all didn't even know each other when y'all fought in the first place. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know, child. But it's the Black Food Fair. They was talking about the oxtails and stuff like that. And I had never ever had oxtails before in my life until I came to New Jersey to visit my dad about 4 years ago. Like I had never had oxtails before in my life, and the word ox and tail just sound nasty to me, and I didn't even want to try the shit. But I wound up liking the shit. It's just like chicken. That's just basically what it is to me. It's just like chicken. So it was pretty good. So while they were sitting down eating at the food fair, Erica asked Marcus about his talk with Safari, and she said, "So what happened with the talk between y'all and Safari? It seems like ever since he talked to y'all, his energy and his mood has been better." And Marcus was like, "Yeah, we had a long conversation with him. He just needed to hear from somebody else." You know what I'm saying? Because Marcus would understand where Safari is coming from because he too cheated on Brooke, but he had to make that shit right with Brooke and try to, get things together and put things in a better perspective. So Marcus was the right person to talk to. And not only that, Booby was the right person to talk to because he was married to Keisha Cole and he cheated on her and put them in a bad situation, and now they are now divorced or whatever. So it's they both know he was talking to the right people because they both had experience with this situation. So I can give them that much. So in the midst of all of this, Cisco wants to confront Safari about an issue that he got with Safari. Now, my thing with Cisco is you always picking the wrong time to try to confront somebody. Always picking the wrong time to confront somebody. And I'm really trying to figure it out. Like, why you confront everybody with your bullshit every 10 minutes? Like, you got a problem with everything that walks. You got a problem with every damn body. Okay? Every damn body. My thing is, what's your tea? Like what like what are you giving at this point? That's what I'm trying to understand. What exactly are you giving and what are you trying to do here? Because I'm just wondering like what girl. I'm just trying to figure it out because it ain't looking too good for you. You ain't looking too shabby right now. Because every time I turn around, you got a problem with somebody. It's like, do you got a problem with every damn body on the cast? Because that's what it look like to me. It look like you got a problem with every damn body on the cast. Like that's what it looks like. Period. That's what it looks like. And I hate that for you, but that's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it looks like. And I just ain't got nothing to say in regards to that. Period. Nothing to say. Like, but he confronts Safari, and I'm thinking this is a big ass issue that he got with him. But apparently it's because it was about Dale. Safari Cisco was having a party for Dale, and I think it was like a birthday party he was having for Dale, and then he felt some kind of way because Cisco wasn't there because Safari didn't show up, and Deb was the start of his career and Nikki's career, and he didn't understand why he wasn't there. So your issue with Safari was that he wasn't at some damn birthday party that you planned for somebody. Cisco, if you don't get a damn life, if you don't get a life, so you've been holding on to this for like a year or two about a birthday party. Do you know how many people I invite for my birthday parties and how some don't show up? I don't give a fuck because I'm going to enjoy myself regardless of who's there and who's not. I'm going to enjoy myself. So what are you giving Cisco? It's like it's giving Cisco wants to have a problem with anybody that's walking. That's what it comes across as. And even Rich came over and said, this ain't the right time. Because it's not the right time. It's really not the right time. Stop trying to pick a fight. It's not the right time. It's really not the right time. Like you just coming up in here creating all this BS and you're not gonna stop until you really get a fight with somebody. And Cisco and Safari is just not with it. But he's talking about this conversation isn't over. This conversation ain't over. It needs to be over. Because if I was Safari, I wouldn't be sitting up here explaining shit to you, bitch. I ain't come to the party because I didn't want to. How about that? Are you serious? Cisco need to get a life, child. He really do. So Brooke asked Booby if Sin's wifey material. Booby said, I just want to meet somebody. I just want some friends too. And they started laughing or whatever. So then Cisco and Jonathan, they start talking about Sin. And Jonathan comes up to Cisco and he was like, it is awkward. I think that you guys do need to have the conversation. Y'all do need to have the confrontation and get it over with because it is awkward. She's uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable. There needs to be some type of moral ground or some type of conversation that needs to happen. Some type of common ground, not moral ground, some type of common ground because it's just not easy seeing y'all being in the same space, doing the same shit, not talking to each other, being around everybody, and all of this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to find a way to try to get along. And I agree with Jonathan, but you can't force that. And on top of that, look at who you talking to. You talking to Cisco the Snowman, the same nigga that want to issue with every damn body. The same nigga that want to issue with every goddamn body. Period. So no. Mm-mm. Um, Yo-Yo kicks a freestyle. Y'all know that Yo-Yo got the sauce. You can't play with my Yo-Yo. Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out. Um, so after that, Jonathan starts venting to Bobby about his issue with Zell. Here's my thing with Jonathan in the Zell situation. I wish he'll go ahead and get this conversation over with because I, for one, am tired of talking about it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm tired of talking about it. If you felt that offended by what he said, please go and talk to him about it. Please don't start talking to everybody and their mama about this situation. Please talk to this dude about this situation. That's all I'm saying. Just talk to him about it because we're sick of hearing about it. Because I know I am, and I'm just being real. I know I'm tired of hearing about it. Period. But he's saying that I just feel like he doesn't understand what I'm saying. He's not trying to understand what I'm saying, and it's just that he's just sitting up here not hearing me out. All I'm trying to tell him is it's offensive for him to say that I'm too gay. It's like you're trying to make me feel some type of way about being who I am and all of this other stuff. And Bobby said that he doesn't agree with Jonathan comparing black oppression to being too gay because at the end of the day, when Zell said that they were too gay for him, he was like, well, yeah, because I am too gay for Zell. And he started laughing because he really feels like he is too gay for Zell. And it is what it is. Then Zell walks up and then they finally talk about it. My thing is, I don't think that in a sense, it could be a sense of you can look at it in two different ways when it comes down to Zell and where he's coming from with this situation. You can see it as Zell is dealing with some underlying issues with his own sexuality that he hasn't really fully addressed and that he hasn't fully gotten over. You can say that. You can also say some shit like it may not be that he's probably trying to make everybody comfortable because there are things that at times I'm not willing to discuss in front of straight men because I feel like I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to make nobody feel like I'm shoving it. But at the same time, I wind up talking about those things that I feel like would make them uncomfortable because if I gotta sit up here and listen to men all day, every day, talk about what woman that they smashed, then bitch, I'ma talk about what man I smashed or what man I wanna smash, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta sit there and listen to it and be uncomfortable, bitch, you gonna sit down and listen to what I'm talking about too and be uncomfortable. So there have been times where I didn't want to discuss certain things in front of straight men, but then at one point I just grabbed my balls and I said, fuck you. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I wanna say, and I'm gonna talk about whatever I wanna talk about, and I'm gonna be just as gay as I want to in front of you. Because I don't have to sit up here and suppress myself and dwindle myself down and water myself down to make you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I was in Zell's shoes before. There were certain things that I didn't want to discuss. There was some things that I didn't want to discuss in front of certain people, certain men. There were some things that I didn't want to discuss. There were some things that I wasn't comfortable with discussing. There were some things that I just didn't want to talk about in front of straight men because I knew that sometimes straight men could be very uncomfortable with talking about gay shit and all of this other stuff. But like I said, if I gotta sit up here and talk about how many women you hit, quit, and send on their way, you can do the same thing with me. So yeah. And then Jonathan was like, "Well, I watched Erica and Safari's sex tape and this and that, and but that didn't make me uncomfortable, something like that." So then Erica got mad. She was like, "Why are you bringing up my sex tape?" And then Erica stormed off, and then she got mad, child. So I was like, "Oh Lord, you made her mad, child." So then Sin asked Rich, "What is up with Cisco? What's going on with Cisco? Because I'm over this shit. We're gonna have to have a conversation." And Rich agrees. So Erica has her party. Sin and Jonathan discuss Erica and Cisco. You know, Sin don't want to go to this party because she don't like Erica, but she gonna go to be a team player. And she really doesn't want to deal with Cisco right now, but she rather just go ahead and have a conversation and get it over with. So then that's when they have sex charades. They start talking about Mimi's sex tape, you know, playing all these games. Erica and Amina kissing each other. It was a fun game. So then after that, Cisco approaches Sin. And Rich was like, "This ain't the right time." And it's not. It's never the right time. Cisco is always trying to confront somebody at the wrong damn time. And all I can say is Cisco is messy. He's messy as hell. That's what he is because he just can't never take out the time to just read the room. It's not the right time to talk about this. Like, what are you giving? I don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. So then, as he takes Sin outside to talk, Mimi spills the tea on the history with Cisco and Sin. She tells them all about what was going on with Sin and Cisco and how he felt, and everybody is defending Sin on the situation with Cisco while they're sitting there talking. Cisco and Sin is outside having a conversation, and it looks like it's no conversation of getting anything together. It's the same old type of conversation. It's just like, girl, why y'all even talking? Because it's not even no point. Like Cisco feels like everything is about him. He's talking about Sin is doing shit in front of him and trying to get a reaction out of him. And I'm just like, what is she trying to do to get your reaction? Apparently, her getting with Booby or talking to Booby is to spite him. She don't even want you. So why would she do it to spite you, Cisco? No, you the one who trying to make some competition between you and Booby because Booby don't even know you. Booby ain't saying nothing to you. Booby don't give a fuck about you. No one really does because Sin don't even give a damn about you. So why the hell are you still up here trying to make this a thing? Like, child, okay. So then, you know, Sin and Cisco walks back in and they don't want to talk about it. Sin don't want to have no public display of the conversation. Peter pulls Cisco to the side and he says that I know that you want to have a conversation with Sin, but this just probably wasn't the right time for you to have that conversation with Sin. Like you just need to read the room and just realize that all times ain't the right time. You don't need to have no conversation with her right now. And then, you know, Sin said she didn't want to talk about it, and then Erica was like, "Ain't nobody off limits." And then Sin was like, "Well, if everything and everybody ain't off limits, let's talk about the fake page that you made." And then it's just like Erica starts going off on Sin. She calls her a punk ass bitch. She says that Sin been waiting to say something to her this entire trip. And then Sin was like, "Ain't nobody thinking about you. Ain't nobody thinking about you. But you have been talking about Erica quite a bit on this trip. You have been talking about Erica. You've been bothered by Erica the whole trip. Erica really ain't been thinking about you, really. She been her focus mainly been on Safari. You've been sitting up here having sidebar conversations with everybody about Erica, but you always being pressed about Erica because the last season of Love and Hip Hop New York, you was pressed about her then. So it's just like whatever. So yeah, whatever, girl. And then you know, Jonathan and Erica starts arguing, and then it's just like Erica goes off on jump and said, "Remember, we too black for you." And I'm just like, "Oh my God, did she really go there?" And then, you know, she was like, and Jonathan was like, "That's not what I said." And then Erica was like, "That's what you said. That's what you said." I'm like, "That's not what he said, girl. Like, why you making up stuff? That ain't what he said. He didn't say nothing about them being too black. He never said that. So why you doing that?" Erica like to throw shit in the air and make it seem like that's what it is, and that's really not what that shit is. Erica really needs to stop it with that for real because that was really uncalled for and messed up. And then it was to the point to where Jonathan said he's leaving this trip. He came with Mimi for a specific reason. because no issue is bigger than any other issue, but he's over it after Erica did that. And I don't blame him. I'll be ready to leave too. But Rich told Jonathan that he ain't going no damn well. And that's what Rich said. But I don't think Jonathan going nowhere, y'all. But with that being said, y'all, this was a good ass episode of Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. This is a good cast. It was pretty much a good cast. But be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. Be sure to follow me on all social media. My Twitter and my IG will be down below. If you want me to follow you back on IG, all you gotta do is hit me up on IG in the DMs with the hashtag Mrs. Team Scotty, and I will definitely hit you back. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here. Until my next video, I'll talk to you guys later.